In this video, I'll be teaching you how to wrap Birkenstock Footpad as is. Kindly like, subscribe, comment and share. Let's go. So the first thing you'll be needing is a lining or a leather that has the tendency to stretch, your Birkenstock footpad, and adhesive. The first thing is being sure you have enough excesses to go beneath your Birken's footpad, right? So this is where I was doing that check-ins here, right? Before you mark around, so your markings would guide the placement of the Birkins, and it would guide the application of your adhesive, right? So you mark. So next is you repeat same process on the other leg, right? You repeat same process on the other leg. You still make sure you have a good amount of excesses, right, for folding beneath your Birken's footpad before you mark. So you make sure the excesses between both legs, between the right and left, right, the excess is there enough for the folding process. Yeah, just as seen here. So the next is you get your adhesive ready. So you apply on the Birken's footbed, making sure your adhesive spreads across all parts of the footbed. Yeah, you actually need to give that attention. Yeah, it's necessary. It cuts across all angles of the Birken's footbed. Yeah, you repeat same on the other leg, which is the left leg. Carefully apply your adhesive. So let's get the ball rolling. Next is on the marked area on your lining. Carefully you apply your adhesive all over the marked area on the lining. Just like I said earlier, the markings would actually guide the placement of the Birken's footbed, right? So you don't just place it so as seen. To get a smoother surface, you place from one side, following your lines, the marked lines there, you place from one side, right? While you send your other hands beneath. So it helps feel if there are any wrinkles and it could be adjusted immediately. You stretch and pull where necessary, right? Stretch and pull where necessary. That's why it's always advisable you use a kind of leather that has the tendency to stretch. You repeat same process on the other foot. So you flip to get a proper vision of what you've been doing, and you use your fingers to help those lines lap so well with the angles. So you could use your finger. You can see here I had to use my gum brush, the gum toucher, whatever you know it to be. Right, so the angles, everything could lap so well for a better fitting. So we're almost there. Let's go. So we are cutting the excesses, leaving just our folding allowances. So I believe before we got to this point, you should have marked out your folding allowances. You should have marked out your folding allowances, right? So you don't cut with guessing. So you introduce your adhesives to the sides. Introduce your adhesive to the sides. So both to the lining. I'm calling it lining because it's been used to lining now. So both to your lining and the sides of the footbed. So when it becomes sticky enough, you pull from the sides. So that's what we're doing here at the moment. We pull gradually. Do not always be in a hurry. Do not always be in a hurry. You pay more attention to get something better. You pay more attention to get something better. You do not always be in a hurry. You pull carefully. Kindly subscribe, like, comment, and share. Here's the last thing again. So what would you guys? You apply your adhesive. We need the foot pad and the lining, especially. So you pull everything going beneath the feather line, which is the edge, right? So you're pulling everything. You pinch carefully. You pinch it carefully, bit by bit. So this is how you see most beautiful slides being done. You pinch carefully, bit by bit. Give it time. Be patient with yourself, right? Be patient with yourself. A step at a time. Be patient with yourself, bit by bit. You pinch carefully. Kindly leave a comment. I'll be expecting to see what you came up with, what your final work looks like, right? So kindly leave a comment. Let's connect. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. Very important. Subscribe, turn on your notification bar. Thank you for coming to class. See you in our next video.